Hi, this is Vishen Lakhiani with Mindvalley. So one of the biggest customer questions that we get is, how can I lose weight using meditation and visualization? Now, it doesn't matter what process you're doing. You could be doing something from Burt Goldman, something from the Silva method, but the process isn't too hard at all. I've used this in my life to keep healthy and fit as I get older. Here's an example of how you can do this, and I'm going to tell you a true case study from a student of mine back many years ago when I was teaching this. So here's what happened. This guy lived in somewhere in Texas, can't remember the exact city name, but he had an addiction, a really bad addiction to Coke. Now, I'm not talking about the white powder, I'm talking about the soft drink. So this guy had to drink 2 bottles of Coke, 2 1-liter bottles of Coke every single day. He would have it with lunch, with his dinner. He was just hooked. Coke gave him that buzz that he needed to stay awake during the day. But he also started putting on weight because, as you know, a single can of Coke contains almost 1.5 tablespoonfuls of pure sugar. So this is what he did. Now, he was practicing the Silva method, but the same idea would apply to any program that you're doing. He used a process of visualization that worked as follows. First, he would do a technique to get himself to his alpha or theta level of mind. So use any meditation technique you want. The second thing he would do is he would first visualize his current state. So he would see himself obese, see himself unfit and fat. And one of the principles, this comes from Jose Silva, is you exaggerate the current state and you feel the emotional pain of where you are right now to help create desire for change. So he would, in that visual image, see his wife complaining about how obese he's getting. He'd see himself playing with his kids but feeling tired and not being able to spend as much time with his kids playing in the ballpark as he'd want to. He'd feel the pain of that, and he'd see in this image how his obesity, how his addiction to Coke was affecting his health and his relationships with his family. Now he had changed the image. He would wipe off the old image and put up a new image in front of his mental screen. And in that new image, he'd see himself not completely free from Coke, but minimizing the amount of Coke he's drinking. So he might see himself going from 2 bottles to 1 bottle. He might visualize himself over lunch, rather than drinking 2 glasses of Coke, just drinking 1 glass. He might see himself replacing his evening glass of Coke with a cup of tea instead. He would start with a simple visual image that was realistic and believable to him. Now, very soon, he found that his pattern started changing. He found that he could no longer consume 2 glasses of Coke during lunch or he'd feel bloated. So he was very easily able to go from 2 big bottles to 1 bottle. Now, he upgrades the imagery. Once again, he sees himself still obese, but no longer as obese as he was before. He sees his wife congratulating him for being able to cut down, but still reminding him that 1 bottle of Coke a day is still unhealthy. Now, he wipes off that current state image and he sees a new image. And the new image is of the future. In that new image, he sees himself completely repulsed by Coke. He might see himself in a restaurant being offered a glass of Coke and him telling the waiter, no, I'm just going to stick with iced water today. He might see himself drinking water rather than Coke with dinner. And then, in that image, he sees his new body. He sees himself fitter, leaner, playing with his son for an hour in the ballpark and not feeling tired, admiring himself in the mirror, having amazing sex with his wife because he's now leaner, healthier, and able to last longer. So he feels the emotional joy of this new image. And again, one of the principles of this process is you want to bring in as much emotion as you can. So this guy would feel the emotion, feel the joy, relish in this new visual image. This simple process has helped so many people break bad habit patterns. It really is a way of rewiring your brain to train yourself to want to eliminate bad habits and take on new behavior. So the question is, how do you lose weight with meditation and creative visualization? Well, first, figure out what is that bad habit that you have that's causing you to be obese. Now, perhaps obesity is due to genetics. I don't know. But I do know that even if it is due to genetics, all of us have certain bad habits that cause us to put on weight. With me, it was eating Lucky Charms cereal for breakfast. Even after graduating from college, I was hooked on Lucky Charms cereal. Let me tell you, those marshmallows, the rainbow-colored ones, amazing. So even as an adult in my 30s, when I was 34, I was still eating Lucky Charms cereal with my son. And it was filled with sugar, completely unhealthy for me. So I used this process to overcome my Lucky Charms addiction and to get myself instead to eat healthier breakfasts. It worked. I was able to lose 4 pounds in a matter of 1 month just by changing my breakfast consumption habit. Okay, now that I've shared that intimate fact, let's move on. Apply this process for any bad habit in your life that you feel might be causing you to gain weight. But remember, it's not just limited to gaining weight. You can really use this visualization process for anything, any bad habit or behavior that you'd like to change. Just remember, make it vivid. Feel the emotion. Start by seeing the current state and feeling that pain. Erase that. See the new state that you want and feel that joy. And don't overdo it. Start small. It's going to be hard for you to give up smoking a pack a day or giving up drinking 2 bottles of Coke a day. So start small. What I mean is, don't visualize yourself being completely free of cigarettes or Coke. See yourself going from a pack a day to maybe 15 sticks a day, from 2 bottles of Coke to 1 bottle of Coke. And when you hit that goal, you increase the target for the next visualization. So this is Vishen Lakhiani. That's my tip on losing weight using meditation and visualization. Stay healthy and hope you enjoyed this video.